What's up guys, welcome back to a new Patreon Q&A video. If you want your questions answered, make sure to check out the link in the description for the Patreon, which includes various other benefits. Now onto the video. What do you think will happen with Gaarayuki and Setsuna and what his plan is? One possible thing is that Kiryu was close, or he respected the other Nico that was killed by Oma's Nico supposedly in the inside, considering him the person who severely injured the devil, Oma's Nico, and everything like that. And due to the respect Kiryu had with him, he may have actually joined Worm during the past 2 years. We know at the end of Kengan Ashura that he escaped his prison cell with his, crazy Rakashasha palm and was never seen again until recently in Omega. He could have joined Worm during that time and maybe, doing the bidding as maybe the head of Worm or something with Gaarayuki, and maybe trying to, get him to unleash his real self or inner self or something like that. It could be something related to what Naden said about Gaarayuki, that he's the connector and the Omega. Kiryu could have a role in unleashing that part of Ryuki or something like that. Or it could be him just, being horny for Oma still, and Ryuki looks kind of like him, so he's just being, a nice dude to him. But he is being quite sus, so yeah, can't wait to see more of what Kiryu's, planning, everything that's going on with that. Do you think Jaime vs Mutaba would go any different from Meguro vs Mutaba? I think the outcome will be the same, that Mutaba will win if it's a Kengan match by killing Jaime, but I think Jaime is actually a lot stronger than Meguro. We know Jaime said himself that he doesn't believe he's stronger, but based on what he showcased during the fight, we also had the older Jaime saying, the clone surpassed the original. I do think Jaime, maybe with just raw intelligence, puts him above Meguro, but still facing someone like Mutaba, he'll probably get like mid-diffed and killed by him. That's how I really see that fight going. What do you think is Jujusu's weakness? Well, I'll have you know, the German monster has no weaknesses, but if I can think of something, maybe like a hit and run tactic from a speedy character, maybe someone like Kiryu with his blink combo to go in, maybe try and land an attack and slowly wither away someone like Julius. That could be a weakness of him, but man is kind of broken at this point. I kind of went over that in my Julius Reinhold is broken video, but yeah, Julius is kind of hard to really defeat at this point. What could be Lo Long's fighting style? I'm not sure on the specific martial art he's going to use. I hope it's something we haven't seen a fighter use so far in the story, but I do think he's going to be like a master of his specific style. He's going to have like insane foresight, insane, tactics, analytical ability, everything like that. Being very similar to Kuroki, how Kuroki pretty much has his mastery of the K1 style, has foresight and everything else going for him. I think Lo Long would be similar. However, some people in the fandom have been saying that he could be like an MMA, god, similar to how Okubo is, but on the next level, paired with some extra stuff like foresight and other, crazy abilities. So if that was the case, that would be pretty cool as well, I think. We have a Berserk question here. What apostles could solo Guts' traveling party? I think at this point in the story, no single apostle will be able to defeat everyone who Guts is traveling with, mainly due to Guts' Berserker armor at this point, and then the support he'll get from other people he's traveling with. I think that would be a little bit too much for a single apostle that we've seen so far in the story to deal with. But take out Guts' Berserker armor, most of them probably could solo his party, but the Berserker armor is just absolutely insane. Will you ever collab? Probably, I don't see why not. What was the most disappointing fight in the Annihilation tournament? Probably Hatsumi vs Kano Gito in the semi-finals. Like, that fight was hyped up since the beginning. Hatsumi was hyped up since the beginning, and he kind of got absolutely rolled and destroyed by Kano Gito. We know the reasons behind why he got destroyed, but I still would have preferred a closer fight and Hatsumi to actually, kind of do something to Kano instead of getting absolutely rolled. So yeah, if I had to pick one major fight that got hyped during the tournament, it would be that was, most disappointing. Have you read Tokyo Showdown? No, I have not. A Jujutsu Kaisen video. Do you think Tengan could have the power to heal Nobara? Dude looks friendly. Maybe, but I don't see a reason in the story for him to have healing abilities. We already know what his, main purpose is. He does kind of look like a curse to me, so he may have, some type of healing power as well. But I do think Nobara will survive or get healed by someone else that isn't Tengan. But Tengan's, to me, until we get the next chapter or learn more about him, he's still very mysterious. One Punch Man question. Who will Metal Bat fight? what would happen if Darkshine wore a tank top? So Metal Bat, as we know in the webcomic version, didn't, participate in the up and coming battle between the S-Class heroes and the remaining monsters of the Monster Association. I'm guessing he's not going to have an individual fight, he's just going to be part of the big group and may, allow the S-Class heroes to not get absolutely rolled by a single monster, which was, coming soon. Maybe we'll unlock more of his power and we'll see why Metal Bat was shown to be so powerful later on in the webcomic version. So maybe Metal Bat will just help out and maybe change some outcomes of some of the battles that occur soon. And what would happen if Darkshine wore a tank top? Well, if I'm being honest, I don't think a tank top will be strong enough to handle Darkshine's super Chad muscles. I think tank tops are for people on a lower tier like Tank Top Master. I think Super Darkshine and his, almighty muscles are too powerful for a tank top. But if he was to put one on, he'll probably get crushed to death by, the tank top Chadness. A Kengan question. Justice Boy versus Ray, full simp and not simp. So a base form Ray, we'll say the Ray who faced Sorpang in the second round. If he was to fight Justice Boy, I think he may struggle quite a bit. We know Justice Boy has the fastest reflexes in the series. Ray is probably the fastest speed-wise, but in his regular form, he isn't that much faster than someone like Justice Boy, in my opinion, that he will be able to blitz him to a similar degree than what he did against Sorpang during their fight. And I think Justice Boy's defense may be too much for Ray, and he'll slowly whittle Ray down and eventually get the win against base form. I do think base form Ray isn't that impressive and probably loses against most people on a similar tier to him. But, round 3 Ray in his, super simp mode is, so much faster than people like Justice Boy that he'll probably be able to win like mid difficulty. It may take him a while due to, Justice Boy's reflexes and defense and everything he has for him, but still, I think Super Simp mode will be able to deal with Justice Boy, but regular form may end up losing against him. If I had to say a number ranking for it, I think regular base form Ray would lose 6 out of 10 times, and then Simp mode I think it would lose like 2 out of 10 times or maybe 3 out of 10 times. And the last question, my favorite color, probably purple. And yep, that's it for today's Q&A video. As always, shout out to the people who support the channel via the Patreon, absolute mad lads. If you want your questions answered, make sure to check out the Patreon linked in the description. Comes with various other benefits depending on the specific tier you look at. But yep, that's it guys, peace.